doesn't make that comeback, doesn't happen. You can't answer for last year's team, but you speak to character. How do you evaluate that character and that mental approach from guys who you didn't know how it would come together, and in game one they show that immediately?
You know, I told them that to be a champion, you can't focus on the end result. You've got to focus on the process. What is the process that we need to get stops, to execute, ourselves offensively, to obviously not panic. We said that we'd play this game and we'd see if we were good enough to win, and then know that we got to get better. And I'm concerned that when we lose, it'll be difficult on this team because they've lost so much. And it was important for us to play well against West Alabama. It was important for us to be able to come back and rely on each other. Jordan Granger made 2 threes tonight. He's never made a 3 in a game. TJ Lang had to come off the bench because we were injured with both Taj and Antoine out, and knocks down a big 3 and plays solid defense. And the thing I love was the way the team embraced TJ. The way TJ stayed ready for the moment, but then he just feels better, differently about himself and what that can unlock. Jack Purchase comes in there, and Milwaukee's best player was Tybee. That was our toughest matchup. And Jordan Granger and Jack Purchase outplayed Tybee. And he's an all-Horizon League guy. So, look, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. But we all struggle together. The crowds was a huge factor in us being able to hang in there and get this W.
What did you say out of Simeon tonight?
Obviously he put up man numbers, and there were times in the game when he was a factor, a strong factor. But he also made some plays that that he knows he shouldn't make, shots he shouldn't take. Or I like it when he gets it and takes it out and goes full court. But there were a couple of occasions, at least 2 or 3, where he didn't make the right decisions and advanced past the ball. And I know the crowd is going to be like, every time he gets it and goes, they're like, uh-oh, what is he doing? And why is Coach Pearl letting him do that? But if I can get him to clean it up a little bit, I still think the good's going to outweigh the bad in that. And if it helps him go get 11, then occasionally I let him go full court. You get 11 defensive rebounds, we can put up with some of that.
Talk about KT in the second half, scored 18 and was 20 points.
I just think KT's a little focused on trying to win our home games. He doesn't want to lose at home. And so he kind of put us on his back a little bit. And got himself to the foul line and made some really tough twos.
What's the situation with Hodge? Any idea?
He did sublux the shoulder, which means it went out, came back. He's never done it before. So, how tight is it? How much damage did he do to the nerve? Because when you do that, sometimes you can lose feeling, you can lose strength, and he's experiencing some of those things right now. So we're just going to have to see.
How about Antoine? Is he okay?
Pretty nasty ankle sprain, but he played through it. And I just think, we went to the exits after the game tonight. Players went to the exits. Coaches went to the exits to thank the fans for coming. And I just don't think our kids want to let this crowd down. And played through injury and played through some real challenges.
You mentioned the crowd, Bruce. For you personally, after this 3+ years to come back, to get the win personally, what does it mean? But also this crowd, this is the second largest non-conference crowd this building's ever seen, and it was only the sellout in the building opener. What does that say to what you've managed to do in this short amount of time?
Well, it moves me, I know where our program's going. I do, and they're a huge part of it. I don't want the fans to, we're going to be in a lot of these nail biters. We're going to be in a lot of these battles because the roster's thin. And I'm just glad the fans got rewarded for their support for coming out. You know, how will they leave here? They'll leave here knowing it's going to be a struggle. They're going to leave here saying, you know, Simeon Bowers has got some ability to take over a game. KT Urell can you know, he's got that character. Boise gotten better. Malcolm Canada playing with more confidence. Jordan Granger playing with more confidence. This team is playing with a little more confidence, and I'm pleased about that.
Can you a little bit expand on Antoine? I mean, really, he had the option to go to the locker room, and he kind of chipped that off and came right back in after a little bit of work. And I guess just, you know, really,
He wanted to get his numbers. That's what Antoine wanted to do. He wanted to make sure. He wanted to give everybody else those free throws. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he could barely move, so I was trying to go offense, defense with him because I just felt like, you know, we just were more confident with him out there on the court. So, you know, he made a statement game. Plus, his dad's here. So Anthony's in the house. So you think he is going to, like, go to the locker room? You think that's really an option? His dad would have followed him in the locker room. We would have taped that thing up, and he'd have sent him out there anyways.
You guys good?
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.